is it for fun too? Okay? Some must come for fun, nothing wrong with it if it doesn't get overboard. So you must therefore understand your members and therefore with their unique skills and interests. And that will create a more meaningful experience for everybody. Next slide. So our learning objective is this. That after this session, all of us, including myself, will be able to involve members in ways that make them feel valued. Remember what P.D. Raji said? The club where members feel valued. They are proud of that club. So you must find ways of making your members feel valued for the unique skills they bring. Each of us is different. Someone brings the skills, someone brings particular interest in the club. And that's what makes the club fun. Then we must be able to create strategies to engage members. Next slide. Now, first, what does the word engagement mean to you?
Engagement is just okay. The word engagement means involved in activities of the Rotary Club.
Thank you. Getting members involved in the activities of the Rotary Club. That's first. How do you make them to become involved? If I'm not seen, if I'm invisible, I come to the club. Remember the story I already said to you? That young man who was seen as sitting alone, and the older Rotarian went to him and patted him and spoke to him. And that's what then turned everything around for him, right? If that older Rotarian had not seen him, you have lost that person. So the first thing is the inclusiveness. Inclusiveness. You must struggle no matter what. One of you also said that even though we have opposing views, I don't know one of you said that yet. You must engage them. You must improve them. Don't say it's what I want that must be. No. You all own that club. You are all co-owners. So you do this first, then give them responsibility that way you can then do what? Engage them. So engagement, that's how you have done well. Then why is this session is important to me as a president elect? Did you get the question? Well, you're busy with your phone.
Yeah, I was thinking.
No. Listen, you get all this. Okay? Why is this session important to you?
The session is important for president-elects, for us to be able to get the necessary knowledge to help us to run our club effectively and for us to be able to drive growth in the club and also do impactful projects.
All right, thank you. The man Sabine is over. Sabine is Rajiv.
The importance of the session.
Yeah, it's massive.
As it was explained to us earlier also, that it is not my year, it is our year. The club members are not engaged in the activities of the targeted club. We're not going to have a productive or an impactful club.
Give me around the back. That's the real answer. For you to really succeed, remember what you already said? For you to succeed after you finish, those three questions you have to ask yourself, right? What have I asked? As a question, what have I did? My community, what that they gave, my club, what that they gave for me, in the credit. You must answer those questions at the end of the year. So, what does the club do to engage both long term as an experience now in your club? What does your club do to engage both long time? They don't want to say old, long time, and new members. Ezekiel, I like the way you are dealing with your laptop. Please answer the question. Aha, you didn't get the question because you're busy with your laptop. The third question. Yes. No club. Which club is that? You go out?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's just a general involving everybody in the monthly program, and also maybe the new and the old ones are also shared in the committees as well.
Involve members and then making sure that everybody is in the committee and let these people at the back. You have said you are good, but you are the member. You have to see So for what my club does for the members, that we create an avenue to ensure that all members are able to attend our meetings and get the feel of our meetings. So we have an arrangement where our meetings run hybrid. So that new members in the diaspora who are outside the community are able to attend our meetings as well. Thanks so much. You know, I have just 50 minutes, so I need to be fast. Now, do you ask your members what they want from that club experience? Your club, be honest. You really ask members what they want from that club experience. And how do you do that?
What we do in my job is most times after the fellowship, we have somebody in the club that sends, we have like a questionnaire that he sends to every club members. So you answer that question honestly, like how do you feel about today's fellowship? Is there anything that was discussed in today's fellowship that you are not comfortable with? So from that response, it will be sent back to the president, and we board members, we look at it, we analyze it, then we now see ways we can make the next fellowship better.
That's the from fellowship to fellowship experience. That's good. They have a tool members assessment that can use to gauge your members' feelings and experiences about the club. Okay, thank you. Members assessment survey. That's a tool that I think each club should apply every year, so that it allows you to gauge the feelings of your members, what they want, from what they don't like in the club, so that you can then have the club assembly. You can then alter your bylaws to suit what they want. Because, like I said, it's not your club, we are all co-owners, and you must ensure that everybody enjoys the club experience. Now, how do you keep your members informed and involved in decision making? How do you keep your members informed and involved in decision making? Good afternoon. Which call? Oh, wonderful. I know you're the center president. And I read your call for this. We have a discussion. Actually, discuss and get feedback from one another. We are learning, so there's always a lot of questions. So we actually have a club organizer and we're pretty much informed and we ask a lot of questions and get the answers. And then when it comes to decision making, because I think we've identified some strengths in each of us, they listen and then put everything to practice. Thank you. The round of applause for like she said just now, that one is going to hit the city soon. And I told them they should be able to check another like 7 plus by an island. It's an island of the rich. They can afford it. But remember, it's not the money, it's the God's feeling. It's the wish to serve. Can be a millionaire and you don't really want to be with them. But they have, I believe they have enough people in that place of that kind of. Now, when you recognize them and you involve them, what does it do to them? When you are recognized, your opinion is taken to consideration. What does it do to you as a person?
Makes you feel appreciated and connected to.
My president, you are hearing what you are going to do. If you have not been doing this in your club, these are the things that is going to make you engage your members more. Even if you be doing some, take more. Now, so you have asked, does the club offer opportunity for members to speak up if they see or experience something inappropriate? Or is self-government interpret and you ask for the answer? No, you don't need that case, you don't know how it does. Or you need that allow people to speak out their mind when they feel bad about it and event.
I think there's nothing wrong about doing that. Unfortunately, sometimes you're shy to want to do that, but you're not doing your club any favor if you keep such know what you need to do. It's not the age, it's not the experience, but what you're doing is not right. That's matters. I think let me finish one. I think I did something similar before. I was an outcast before I became a friend again, but I didn't.
Please, the lesson is let God be. You're all equal owners. Nobody, maybe PDP may be ordinary, it doesn't matter, you're all Rotarians first. It is just a privilege. And remember, what we write, the leadership is what? Responsibility. It's not position. Don't use position to go to others. It's a responsibility. And let me tell you, that's our vision statement that you see what we are working together to be one. That creates changes in the person first. If you truly serve well, by the time you finish, you will know within you feel lighter. However, two brothers are must be there, and we see how people then also relate to you after. So please just 1 year. And that 1 year can define you too. The end of so many. So be careful. Now, what the job need to recognize members for their efforts. Let this man who's dealing with his part, but I read the whole
All right, so in my club, we recognize our members for their effort by giving them awards. And at times we give some people financial. Just
I'm the pots. I'm the pots. Who does? So now, I'm going to break into 4 groups. This group there, now that one. You here and here, you are going to put your chair first. You here and here, this is 4 groups. That's it. I'll give you that. So please turn your chairs and face it. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to find I'm going to do You have your this book. Who has a very good camera? Not this camera. Very good camera. And you have 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Sorry. 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes. So 10 minutes. Let the time go. Thank you. 3 minutes more. 3 minutes more. Choose somebody to come and support.
to do is find out why the leadership is positions are just rotating among 15 members. And as a president-elect, are you part of those 15 members that the leadership is rotating among? And then you reach out to others that are in that club, because I believe that for members to pay their dues regularly and not show up, and are not interested in the leadership. And I want to believe that the leadership positions are gotten to election. Were they duly elected? What were others? You can call assembly. Yes, you call the assembly and then you take your votes, and all every other options and suggestions will be taken into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Group 2. Club assembly. Oh, sorry. Group 1. Club assembly. Yeah, group 2. Group 2. Group 2. 1 minute.
Good afternoon, everyone. What's the first thing you do to address the issue? The first thing is to reach out to the members in the group, have a personal conversation with them to know why they are leaving the club. Then secondly, other steps to take engagement and involvement. We will organize a special retreat for all club members, both the new and the existing ones, so that we can all sit on a round table and have a conversation. Then we would mix the inactive members with the active members. We will add them together in the committee, so that the people that are not active will be working with people that are active, thereby arousing their passion to engage more in the club. Then there will be special fellowship, retreats, and team bonding. Then we will do something called a cluster, whereby we make 2 or 3 people Rotarians together. There will be each other's brothers, each other's keeper. They will be checking on each other, so that at each fellowship, when they are coming, they come with those other people. Then we identify, for people that are not in agreement with our plans, we would identify the sponsor of such people and ask their sponsors to have a conversation with them. Thank you.
Group 3.
Good afternoon, everyone. One of the things we have highlighted for our own group is we look at it that the clubs have declined tremendously. So the first thing that we need to do is to organize a club assembly. And after that, we engage members, reach out to them. What's the problem? So once we have identified the problem, then we begin to engage members by giving them roles. Because we understand that people have been rotating the same roles for years. So people are not encouraged, and that's why they've not been coming for meetings. So we engage them, give them roles to do, so that they will be inclusiveness. Yeah. And the third thing is retention policy. After we have made them inclusive, so we do some kind of club. We make the club to be functional and effective by engaging larger projects. So once we've done that, then the members will be able to feel among and they can stay. And with that, they can invite more members into the club as well. And the next thing is we do membership survey, where members can draw it to members and be able to get a feedback to know what the problem is. And with that, we can be able to identify what the problem in the club, and we can integrate that into our bylaws. So, and the next one is to once we identify all these things, we agree as a member, BOD as a BOD, and we put it into the bylaws to guide the club moving forward. And the fifth one,
How about the last one?
not likely, 2 more. We call back members who led the club, and yeah, it's part of the inclusion anyway. So let them feel around, and we'll give them, okay, what's the problem? Engage them. Okay, the last one. Constant commitment. Yeah, constant commitment, and I will make the club green parties, boat cruise, what are we doing? You know, and birthday celebration.
We were told that there were 39 current members, only 15 are active. So we'll carry out a membership survey, membership satisfaction survey for the 39. Then we'll have a club assembly, and then if necessary adjust our bylaws from what we deduce from the club assembly. We'll try and reach out to the rest that constitute 54, like one-on-one. By then we'll have assigned people, just reach out one-on-one, find out why they left and what's going on. And then we'll be more inclusive and give the people tasks and put them in committees, put them up to responsibilities. Then for membership attraction, we'll be more, we'll increase inclusivity by planning social settings. You don't have to have your meeting in the same place at all times. And we can then do a lot of we can then for the rest, we may need to have one-on-one with to find out exactly why some are still resistant. I would like to have a one-on-one with them. Maybe they'll be able to talk out of in confidence. And then we write all these changes to bylaws, put it to practice, and continue to be intentional about retaining our members. Thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you've all done very well. I could see people fighting while you were in that 12 years old. So you are started rehearsing now. Yeah, I already spent 5 minutes. So don't let them send me out of this. You are spending 5 minutes of somebody else's system. So I want to thank all of you for your participation. And I really wish you all the best. Thank you. I invite our discount nominee. Issue of it. I'm going to take you to your next session.
Thank you very much, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, distinguished president-elect. Asa now. Good afternoon. Okay, my name is Uya, and I'm your district governor nominee. And I'm going to be your facilitator for the next 30 minutes. Wow. Let's see, because like this. Good luck. He doesn't have his lines. This was the topic of what we're doing. Attracting new members. Thank you. So, slides. So, please, I want to beg us to please have fun for a few minutes. So, using it to take notes. I thought you have been giving writing materials. Okay, it's all right, no problem. I just want your total attention so we can go back with something to enrich our clubs, attracting new members. How do we attract members? You told us early this morning how many must add to what we already have. I'm not talking about the ones you're planning to release. Whatever you do, keep them. Retain them. But you must add how many percent? 30%, 20, 25. Okay, so with that, you as president, you already know how many in numbers you must bring to your club. But how do you get them to join? You know, some clubs are good for vibrant fellowships. Some are good with the projects they do, how they reach out to their communities. Some are good with their support in the Rotary Foundation. How you support the Rotary Foundation? How? By contribution and participation. So some people are drawn to Rotary for different reasons. And I believe that you seated here today will tell us, and I'll ask you when the time comes, why you joined Rotary and why you are still in Rotary. So how do we attract new members to join us? Let's see the next slide, please. Okay, so it is expected that by the end of this session, we should be able to look for us the remaining objective.
Identify areas of their club they need to focus on to create an inclusive environment. Okay. Develop strategies to attract new and diverse members.
Thank you very much. That's it. Just hold the mic. So we are expected to, at the end of the day, to be able to identify areas of our clubs and need to focus on to create an inclusive environment. Inclusive environment means everybody is welcome. Who are these people? Then develop strategies to attract new and diverse members. Next slide, please. Okay. So why are we here? Why are we talking about this? Why is it important? What's the relevance?
Develop and implement innovative strategies to attract diverse participants. They set their own club and culture.
Thank you very much. We got that. Now, short that and so you'll be looking at it every now and again. When club presidents create an inclusive club culture, this is our culture, this is what we do. I know of which one of Falomon. They have very good fellowship. I know that. Where is Falomon from? Yes. Is it true? Is it true? That is truth. Very true. So I know that our projects, the people don't get drugs in your club because of the projects you do or just the fellowship. I said, do people get drawn to your yes, so then they develop and implement innovative strategies to attract diverse participants. We know about DEI. What's that? Okay, so whatever we do, want to attract new members, let's have that in the back of our minds. They strengthen their own clubs and Rotary in general. Let's look at the next slide, please. We're going to go very like this, like this, like this. So now, I want you to capture this. We're not going to talk much about it. We're just going to run through it. There are 2 pages of it. Highlight 1 said, a strong, diverse club membership committee. This committee is made up of different kinds of people. Those who are short and those who are tall. Those who are babalawo and those who are medical doctors. And so they can go in and also bring people of their kind into the club. So, to implement strategies to achieve your membership goals. The second one is review your club's membership report to analyze trends. I believe some of us have been able to go on my review. You have checked how many you are now. So you can look back to see at a certain period, round, they came, we noted, and at a certain period, we just melt away. So you have to follow that report to be able to analyze what you are going to do as president. So I understand out clubs that are diverse make a difference. Yes, thank you. It's important to build relationships with a variety of groups, club, and community needs. So how do you get into your community? Through what? Various groups, yes, all sorts of people. So then your community, Rotary is here, okay, you want to come and make it, come and do something. So they know you, they recognize what you can do for them. Use the member diversity worksheet and then identify prospective members. See who might be missing from your club and to develop a pool of prospective members. I think that is very clear. How many of us have visited the learning center? You have finished at least one course and have gotten the certificate. Yes. Let's clap ourselves. Thank you very much. Next slide. Next slide. Okay. So, okay. Thank you very much. So again, you can capture this. Very important for you. Analyze your club's history of bringing in new members to learn what you are doing well and what could be improved. Enhance your club's image on social media to attract prospective members. How many of us are on social media? Not personal clubs. Yes. Tell me. Yes, sir. Which one? What is all? Website, club website, Instagram and Facebook, Twitter. That's the going metro. Okay?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Okay? TikTok. Yes.
You're not on TikTok.
Why not TikTok? Why?
Okay. I think why most Rotary clubs recently is on TikTok because
No, tell us about your home.
okay. Rotary is known for let me just we're known for being in the polish TikTok. No, TikTok is just my everyday bastardized TikTok for what it used to be. If you open TikTok, 75% of what you see is content creation. Before you can see something that has to do with truth, that means you have to search and find. So the kind of people Rotary needs to get their attention, they don't.
Are you on TikTok?
No,
So how do you know that you have to search and search and search? When did you do the searching? When you're not there. Who is against what he's saying? Okay, tell us.
For TikTok,
Hello.
so for TikTok, actually, based on the nature of my job, most of my projects should be posted on TikTok because TikTok is for videos. So when people come to the platform, they search for protocol option. They will go there and see your projects work that you have done from the foundation level to the finish level. So we can do more videos on TikTok.
Okay.
Your IG page, that's your Instagram, you can post your videos there, but people go to TikTok more for videos, not for virtual communication, but they want to see what you're doing from the foundation to the
Okay.
closing of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Somebody wants to say something.
I was going to give three blocks of Victoria.
That's right.
What? Thank you. Three blocks of Victoria where almost all the dojo and the latest one is Rotary House NTA.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you okay? Somebody wants to say something about TikTok. Yes.
I don't agree with what you said about it because I believe whatever you put on TikTok or any social media, it depends on your own content that will bring other people's content to you. Because they are very for somebody like me, every time I open my TikTok, I think my next two posts that pop up is district governor elect of district 911. The way she's even using TikTok will always be seen as Bola Bakare. One of the facts, their PELS, I got to know they don't their PELS on TikTok. I see the way they posted their president's and everything. And it was really, really encouraging. I like it.
Thank you very much. Do we realize that people kind of focus on short videos these days? When it's too long, it's boring, right? And we want people to join us. And we say TikTok is not interesting. Somebody who is not in TikTok is talking about TikTok. Okay, be careful. These days, life is boring when it's just focusing on one thing. But when it's like this, blink, you get the message and you move. So why can't we be there? Let us create content on TikTok too. And they have everything. The AI effects is there. Put your picture and close your eyes to start dancing. How about that? You can achieve that on TikTok. Please don't condemn it. Thank you very much. So, develop methods that engage prospective members without pressuring them. Work to develop a relationship with prospective members to ensure they understand the club. In some clubs, when people want to join, when people show intention of joining the club, they group them, they put them in a group, and somebody talks to them. Maybe at every meeting, before the meeting starts, or 30 minutes after the meeting. So they can get to know the club, and then the club will also get to know them. So you have to, engage them in a way. What do you do? How did you get to know about us? What are you? Why do you want to join Rotary? To help you to understand the that are coming around to join your club, and also the way you receive them with your club. We heard about our incoming RI president, RI president-elect, saying when he went into a club and said he wanted to join the club, he could have gone home and he wouldn't have been our president-elect, our RI president-elect today, if he had, by just that one action. Some of us, we see people come to join our club or come to visit us, we just ignore. Nobody is welcoming them. Nobody is saying hello. I took two people to my hometown to introduce to a club. I introduced myself as at that time I was a past assistant governor. I thought the whole and I was the way I said I was quite young. Now I'm old. So and I introduced these two prospective very serious people to the club. Nobody came around to greet us. They tried their pepper soup, tried their and that is it. And of course, we're not driving in the car, so they came, meeting finished, we're going down to take out. And they were driving past us, nobody. I tell you how those people go back. Even if I say, how far have you gone back to that place? So the way we welcome people into our clubs, even when we just believe they are coming to beg for something, it tells about us. Consider people you recently who have recently retired, former Rotary members, young professionals, and Rotary alumni. These are targeted groups. Your committee, your membership committee can sit down, say, around us, people who can ask the district, who are the Rotary alumni? Who are the Rotary alumni? Who knows what I'm talking about? Rotary alumni.
Rotary alumni are people who have participated in Rotary programs, Rotary exchange, or gospel things like that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you have idea. They have benefited from Rotary. Let's bring them in. So this your membership committee. This people, okay, alumni, okay, the people that we haven't seen for a long time. Okay, the people that couldn't make Rotary certain circumstances. Let's look out for them. Then use the online membership leads assigned to your club to engage people who have expressed an interest in joining your club. Membership leads. I hope you know that. You know about membership leads, don't you? Yes or no? Who knows? Can help us. Yeah. I heard yes. Then that yes just disappeared. Oh, sorry.
They're just curious, and then they visit the website, and then they find something that they like, and there's a if you want to join option there, so they upload their own details on it. Now, if we go there, you can look at the profile that they've uploaded of themselves, and if they fit your location, you then reach out to them and cultivate them and they become members.
Thank you very much. Let's clap. Let's I hope you got that. They have even improved that site. That page has been improved such that people who are interested in Rotary can even see the clubs around them and say, okay, this is the one I want. It has been improved recently. So make sure you check your emails. Some people don't check emails because those things will drop in your mailboxes. My president-elect, they will come to you. So if somebody is interested in joining your club and does not hear from you, that's bad news. You may not. Don't assume you may just go to another place. You may not say, these people in this age and time, they're not even reading emails. They will not. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so we're going to attempt answering this question. So those of us who have been hiding your faces inside your books, I'm going to come very close now. So I'll read the question. What being a member means a Rotarian? Why are you a Rotarian? What has kept you in Rotary? Let me put this. Thank you very much. I said, oh, let me keep this. When you say recently, like a year ago, almost a year. Yeah, so that's no recent. I thought you joined last year. Okay. So that's why you're here. And, who else wants to add to that? Just one another person. Nobody here has been here. Yeah. I'm coming.
Okay. The reason I'm a Rotarian, right?
Yes,
Yes, because it gives me an opportunity to mingle with the professionals, the business community, and also the project that I cannot do as a single individual. We can all come together and do it by way of contribution and then a pool of funds to help humanity.
thank you very much. You heard that? Did you hear that? Somebody was going to hear. Okay.
Good afternoon. Why I am Rotarian Joyce Raymond God from Rotary of Papa. Why I joined Rotary, or why I'm still in Rotary, first is service to humanity. Beautiful. But the joy, I derive a particular joy when I give. No matter how small it is, I derive a particular joy. You know, the excitement to see somebody that you did something for somebody, and you just see the happiness in that person. Oh my God, you make me to do more for you.
Thank you very much. Oh, into heaven and ever. She went into the spirits. So what attracts prospective members to your club? What is that that's so special?
What attracts prospective members in our club? One, basically the 7 key areas of
Please God. Let's listen, please. Let's know.
So as well as social activities in our club. So sometimes business responsibility. That's and family, family of Rotary, especially as well as love is the memory celebration, helping family, friends.
Thank you very much. Thank you, I appreciate that. What attracts prospective members to your club? Why they come in.
So what attracted us is our interaction and the way we place with
You're still giving us a slow voice.
can't come to our be excited and have your tummy filled up. Thank you.
Is the tummy filled up aspect? Thank you, sir. Yes. You want to add to that? So let's move very quickly.
My name is Ade Kamino from RC Atoni Gogi, the best club in the district. I stand to be corrected. I believe that every club has a DNA. Should have a DNA. We have, I can confidently say that this is our 7th year. And in that same set of period, there is no year that we do not push those boundaries. And we are pushing to disrupt that ecosystem and challenging the bigger clubs. All due respect to Canada, but we are challenging
Who understood what he was saying? So, yes, okay,
I'm not adding to our because we are illegal.
are you the facilitator now?
Okay, well, this is what happens at Anthony Gordon. We have an atmosphere that by the time you come in, whatever your worries, it is settled. Whatever your worries, in terms of Rotary ideals, as well as the comfort level, we have our fellowship at a point where it's not close to any of us lives, but we make sure we come there.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We got that now. So, how can you make your club more inclusive so that it appeals to new members?
How to our club more inclusive so that it appeals to new member. Well, for my club, currently the new members that we have meetings since after they have been inducted. So at least I've learned some good point from Tony Golding. So, but from as a president, what I want to do this Rotary year to get the members to be more actively involved, including the new members, is to have a social fellowship at least once in a month.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So just take one more question from here and we round up because I learned the time is up. So please, we will not do the activity today. We'll do it tomorrow. Somebody has eaten it too many times. I don't know who. Yes,
My name is Trouble Boy. There was a question that I was waiting to hear answers from, which was it. So if you permit me to go to that question. It says, what group are you not attracting? Yes, in my club, we are not attracting young members because the majority of us have gray hair like me. And so we meet in the afternoon. I see people turning to look at my gray hair. So we meet in the afternoon on Thursdays from 12:30 to 2 o'clock. And a lot of the young people say the time is not good for them. However, the venue of our meeting is a clubhouse and they close by 6. And the young ones who have ventured to our club want to meet from 7 p.m. And so that's our problem.
all right.
We have older people who are mature, but we need the energy of the youth.
All right.
So we're looking for how we can bring that down.
Thank you very much. So, attracting new members. They need younger ones. So, we may have to have a class later to analyze how we can attract younger people. We don't have enough time now. Please, sorry. We'll continue from here some other time. But please make sure you capture this. You cannot do the activity too. We'll be running. So I want to thank you very much for your participation. And I will see you some other time. I want to introduce your next speaker, immediate Vice District Governor, Femi Adeneko. I don't know to clap for you.
You see, for invited to be a Rotarian, how many club presidents are from clubs that are 5 years and below? If you are here and your club is not more than 5 years in existence, please raise your hands. Can you raise your hands? Yeah. So we can say confidently that about 1/3 of us are 5 years and below club presidents. Now, what does this imply? You are here because the club took up the responsibility of starting another club in your area, in your place of work, or either as because of your friends. I want to know the last the powerful president has spoke that our club comprises of the older generation. You are the one man. What I would suggest you do, rather than lose those members, those in prospects that would have joined your club, my own solution to the issue is that you are ready to redeem your club, to be more inviting to younger ones, or you allow yourself to form another club that will come around them. We don't need to lose them. We don't have to lose them. It's not cast in stone that they must be in your club. So you can set up another club. They can in turn invite their parents to join your club. So that is my own advice. So, well, let's go to the next slide, please. This is our learning objective, to understand why the clubs are needed, which we have just started with. To explain the process of forming new clubs, and the last one, to explain the different stages used in starting a new club. Next slide. Now, we all know that we are Rotarians. We are Rotarians. Before now, we used to be only Rotarians counted as members of Rotary. But now, our responsibility extends beyond Rotary. So we are both Rotarians and Rotaractor that form the membership of RI. But for us in Rotary, we are all adults. We are all adults, but for Rotaractors, they can join at the age of even 16. Either be a Rotarian or a Rotaractor. Neighbors, either problem solvers. These are who we are. We see the world where people unite, take action to create a lasting change across the globe, in our community and in ourselves. So this is our definition as an organization. Next slide. Now, why do we need new clubs? Vital to the growth, Rotary growth as an organization. As we just said earlier, 1/3 of us in this hall are members of clubs that were started 5 years and below. What does this imply? It means that if these clubs were not chartered, we probably would not have been districted into 911. This opportunity to the host community and community beyond. Now, for clubs that are less than 5 years, I wish that one of you would just tell us what you have done to your community in the last, since your club was chartered. Can I have a volunteer? Can I? Thank you. Briefly, just in one line.
One of the things we have done is to acquire a primary school and we'll do all for them, and still supporting them in terms of giving them books and
other things. Thank you very much. You can imagine if his club was not chartered, probably they would not have, that school would not have been able to receive that service that was rendered to them, that community impact that was done to change the life of the president of Banana Island here?
Yes.
President-elect of Banana Island.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Is it here?
He's here.
Okay, ma. Sorry. Okay, you can just tell me what. I'm sorry, I'm not putting you on stage now. If you are comfortable enough, you can go ahead. Can you tell me why your club has been able to come together and what makes you a Rotarian today?
It was the way and manner we were invited into the club by the current CE and our PAG. They went far and wide. Not all of us live on the estate, so you can imagine. But because we were coming in newly, all of us refreshed, they gave us tasks immediately, they gave us responsibilities, and they were explaining everything to us, answering all the questions. So it was a bit of an inclusive thing, and it was also that none of us felt intimidated by the other because we were all coming in as newbies, and because of the passion that we saw in our fathers and our grandfathers that brought us together, there was no other thing to do but to follow after them.
Thank you very much. Now, I'm trying to tell a story here. Rotary Club of Banana Island, a Banana Island existed last year. At the start of July 1, we had one member club of Banana Island. As the district governor, I was under pressure to either request RI to close that club. Finally, I forget about Banana Island. But we did something. We ensured the club paid its first semi-annual. And we requested RI to transfer that one member back to the parent club, and the club became a zero member. We now requested the action of the Rotary Club of Lagos to help reorganize this club and give it life. And at the end of the day, because some members of the Rotary Club of Lagos live on Banana Island, they were able to bring her to Rotary. And today, one of the members of the Rotary Club of Lagos led that club as the first president, and that's Lekki-Epe. And because of his opposition and PhD, we were able to charter the Rotary Club of Banana Island. And the last day, at initial stage, members of populate Banana Island. But today, apart from Lekki-Epe, that is the charter president, all other members are fresh members. You can imagine what we would have lost if we had not taken that effort. Can we go to the next slide? Now, this is our territory. District now has territory. Let us forget the number of clubs there. Your club will not be there. Don't worry. But the truth is that when you look at this territory, you see the arrow showing where clubs are located. Now, if you look at Epe, for instance, we only have Epe Metro in Epe. In the whole of Ijebu East, we do not have a single club in Ijebu East. In Odogbolu, we do not have a single club. In Ibejuleki, we have so much club. In the Lagos axis, we have so much club. But we can still have more because there is the population. Nigeria is the biggest or the largest country in Africa in terms of population. But we are still leading in the Rotary world in Africa. But the fact is that when we look at our population, even in Lagos, we have the opportunity of having more than this. So I'm charging you to let us look at it. Now, as we speak today, apart from Akute, Golden, Olamide, and Akute, we do not have any other club in Ife local government. And Ife local government belongs to District 9112.
When we look at which are Ogun Water side, we do not have a single club there. So these are opportunities and these are areas that requires Rotary's presence. You may be coming from your hometown, may be one of these places. What does it take you? Introduce Rotary to them and let us see if you can bring to that the Rotary Club in that environment. You may have your friends, you may have maybe a satellite organization, such as, let us look at Obafemi Owode local government. For instance, we have the Rotary Club of Magboro Newtown, and I think that is all. Are they under Obafemi Owode local government? Yes. Good. Now, what happens at Shagamu Interchange? We have Nestle represented in Shagamu Interchange. We have international breweries. We have a lot of companies around that area. What can we do to ensure that we make Rotary present known in these new emerging communities? In fact, as we speak, statistics shows that Obafemi Owode local government has the largest industry in Nigeria now. Are we tapping from it? So if we have the largest concentration of industry in that axis, what are the potentials that we are benefiting from and introducing Rotary to them? A lot of us are enjoying some benefits of Rotary that we are not giving the opportunity to others. So I want to charge you today to let us explore this. This will still be shared to you. Please don't bother if your club is not listed, don't worry. But what we are trying to drive at is that we have this territory. And this territory, all our concentration are all on the mainland, between Ikorodu, Lagos mainland, Lagos Island, Oshofe, and all of these axes are part of Ikeda, part of Mushi local government. Because those are the territory we share with District 911. We share boundaries with them, we both share Ikeda local government and Mushi local government. But the mainland belongs to District 911 too. So I encourage us, we can start. Nigerian brewery is still there. If you have a friend, you can start a Rotary Club around that. We'll still get to that. Next slide, please. Now, I've just explained all the strategies. Now, I've told you we identify the communities that we can start new clubs. We have also told us that we have the potential population to start clubs in that environment. In fact, for me, we are blessed with not only the territory, but with people, like someone said there, quality Rotarian, quality potential Rotarians. But blessed with them. Look at Ahazi, Apapa, the whole of Lagos Island, the whole of Lagos mainland, going to all these axes to Epe. Now we now go to the Oshofe local government. So we have a good structure. We have a very fertile environment, but we are not tapping to this potential. I know a lot of us will have the feeling that we don't need to form the club. Why don't we strengthen the existing club? I give you the example of a club that was almost dying. DGE Bukola Bakari. That was when we were still under 911 and 910. Drew my attention to the fact that the Magodo Central was dying. And we saw a potential in having the immediate past president of Magodo Central, who was a member of the Rotary Club of Maryland, and he walks around that area, and he was willing to help us take this club out of the loop. And what did he do? He left Maryland to help us revamp the Rotary Club of Magodo Central. At the end of that Rotary year, Magodo Central that was struggling with 5 members go to 22 members. So these are opportunities we need to explore to ensure that we put the round peg in the round hole. Now, the next item I want to talk to you about is assigning experienced Rotarian. DG has told us about that at a meeting I had with him. There's nothing you are losing in assigning members of your club to go and start a new club. The Rotary Club of Lagos, which is the mother club, started out with all the clubs in our district. In fact, the Rotary Club of Lagos is the second oldest club in Nigeria. It's that all other clubs came from there. If perhaps the Rotary Club of Lagos has not started forming new clubs, we probably would not have had Rotary established as it is established in Nigeria today, and most especially in Lagos, Ogun State. Because after the Rotary Club of Lagos came the Rotary Club of Ibadan. So, yes, well, yeah, the Rotary Club of Abuja is there. There are so many clubs they form, but the Rotary Club of Lagos has gone to sleep. I'm sorry, President of Rotary Club of Lagos went to sleep, and want to thank the Rotary Club of Bagada for chartering most of these clubs that we talk about today. And I'm very happy to see PDG Bola Oyebade. Sir, can you stand up for recognition? This past district governor, in his year, ensured that we chartered about 30-something clubs. And it is because of his action that we have new clubs. And that's why I counted from 5 years and below. So you can imagine, and our district, you must take this away, our district has more of the young clubs than 911. That is stark reality. So there are the area that concerns me is new club development. But we must also ensure that we continue to sustain the interests of Rotarians in District 9112 for us to continue to grow. We have more of younger clubs than 9111. Now, can we go to the next slide? Okay, no, models of club, can you come back? Now, you assign Rotarians, we can establishment, firms, industries, around some locations. For instance, talk about Ilupeju. Part of Ilupeju belongs to us because that is Mushi. We have the Rotary Club of Mushi Metro, Mushi Golden. The front Mushi itself belongs to our territory, while the upper axis belongs to 911. So we have the potential. The industrial estates are there. The whole of mainland, where Oregun belongs to 911. Why don't we establish a club around the Nigerian buildings? In fact, Alausa, all the clubs in Alausa has this because they are the other ones that are given to us. So we have the opportunity of going around that place. We have the Kupakula. What are we doing with it? So I want to charge you. If you have opportunity, just like one of the facilitator told us, what will you be known with by the time you leave your office as a president? The legacy you will leave behind should be one of these to ensure that in your own reign as a president, you extend Rotary beyond your club. Because if you have not done that, you probably, if someone has not done that to your club, today your club will not have been there. So please, I charge you to do this. So we can also do course-based club. Let us go to the next slide so I can give you the graphical. Okay. The course-based club are clubs that are channeled towards specific goals. Say, for instance, when PhD Chinedu came to you and talked about Rotary fellowships, Rotary action groups. we can start a club around the environment. If you have a friend that has passion for the environment, you can start a club around the environment. You can even start a club. Again, PDG Bola Yobani started the draft fellowship. We will have those who are passionate about drafts, and we have them in large numbers. We can start a club around that. How about those who side the cyclists? On the Tomiland Bridge every Saturday, I see them ride bicycle across Lagos, and they are from this island. They are from the island Lekki-Epe driving around. We can start a club of cyclists. These are clubs that can be formed under passion for a particular cause, for a particular purpose. You can start a club around people who drink beer, if that is what they want. So can we go traditional club like my own club, Rotary Club of Bagada South. For instance, we meet regularly every week on Thursdays. And I'm glad to have my president-elect because we do not share our meetings. Some clubs will say they do hybrid, 1, 2 online, 2 virtual. Bagada South does its meeting every week and it is hybrid. That is what pays for us. Look at what pays for you and look at what can pay for the people you are putting together. And that is traditional club. We also are very proud to say that we have the first satellite club in our district. Can we appreciate us, please? What is a satellite club? A satellite club organized by a Rotary club, not more than 8 members, and it is challenging for them to join them at meetings. And rather than allow them to get disinterested in the Rotary activities, the club allows them to meet in cluster, and they eventually will send one member. They only have a chairman of their committee, not a president, and that person will represent the satellite club at the board meeting of the parent club. And that is what we're able to achieve with the Rotary Club, Satellite Club of Bagada South, Owolewa. We started out with 8 members because we have a cluster of Rotarians who live in diocese and they want to live in their own fellowship, their own entry, and we started that. So that is another way you can do. Past club. The president, do you have the president-elect of Rotaractor here? Can we appreciate that, please? Now, the Rotaractor, passport number, they don't need, just as it's explained, frequent traveler which allows members to attend meetings of other Rotary clubs. The club meets at a certain time, and they do not need to do the normal Rotary meeting we are doing. So it's up to them to decide when they will meet. And we're able to charter the first one, I think in Nigeria, with this name, Rotaractor, a true proper passport club in the last Rotary year. Can we appreciate that also? So why can't we have more of this? And that was sponsored by the Rotary Club of Bagada. Can we appreciate the Rotary Club of Bagada? Can we go to the next slide? Next slide. Now we have corporate club. Just as I have explained, the only example of corporate club that we have now is the Rotary Club of Yaba Country. As at the time the club was chartered, I think in 2016, 2017, under PDG, Rotary did not allow a club, an organization to start a club. And they had to call it Yaba Metro. The organization. So later, when Rotary now allows for that, the MD of the bank, I said bank, this auto reg man, those people that are want printing our licenses and all, that is the company called P. So that is how we were able to have the Yaba Company. But today we can do more, and I'm encouraging you. What it only requires is 15 members as required by RI. But I recommend strongly, and I want to charge our district governor for the purpose of our teaching to please ensure that we have at least 20 members to start a standard club, so that when attrition comes, this club will be able to survive. Next slide. Okay, sorry. Called Break Club, I've explained that people passionate about a particular cause. Rotaractor is now a type of membership. Often we do not pay attention to it. Whatever becomes of our membership at the end of this Rotary year and next Rotary year will also be affected by our attention by the energy we put on Rotaractor. As we are trying to ensure that we grow Rotary by forming new clubs, we should also encourage Rotaractor to grow. We should also form new Rotary clubs. I am a living example of a Rotaractor. I started my Rotary journey as a Rotaractor.
Appreciating now. It's not easy. That right president today was once a Rotaractor.
You see now.
Yes.
So the last one is E-Club. For us, RI is, though they still charter people, you can still call yourself E-Club or so. But the truth is that E-Club does not matter again, because all clubs are now E. So I want you to live here to ensure that if your club is just traditional club that does not have this online complement, please ensure you do that. And in forming any other club, please ensure they are alive. When you even look at the traffic in Lagos, and you are struggling to get to meeting and you cannot get there, the best option you have is what? Join online. Please, let's embrace that. Next slide. So, these are, if, how many times you are, how many minutes? Okay, well, the ones that are important is what I've told you. But the truth is that we have a new club development chair for the district, and the DG, once you see opportunity for the start of a new club, start the process, inform the district governor, who are either overstamp your appointed new club advisor or appoint one to supervise the function, the batting of that club. And in the process, you begin to organize, and he will also guide you about the requirement for charging this new club. And is expected to work with you for not less than 2 years. But for clubs like Bagada, they stay with a club for as long as it matters. It might interest you to know that Rotary Club of Bagada also chartered the Rotary Club of Bagada South. Anytime you have a teething problem, you still rely on them. So when they say Bagada, I'm from the DG is saying I'm from Bagada. The PDG Shogake, I'm from Bagada. PDG KSK, I'm from Bagada. It is not by joke. It is by their hard work. But all of us here can turn our club to what Bagada is today and change the course of our district. And in the nearest future, we can even apply for districting. That we will now say, okay, let us share to island, let us share to mainland, and we grow root. Next slide, please. But all of these are just administrative. It will be given a name chosen by members, and all we have to adopt the standard Rotary Club constitution. We have to put a bylaw, adopt the standard bylaw, elect officers of your own and their club, adopt a meeting time and venue, establish club dues. One of the most challenging things for new club is that they do not know what the responsibilities are. So you have to ensure that you tell them from